I want to start off with this quote from Susan David, who is a psychologist, renowned psychologist, author of the book Emotional Agility. She says, discomfort is the price of admission for a meaningful life. I'm of the belief that everyone in this room wants to live a meaningful life, that we want to discover a good way of being with ourselves, with the world around us, in our companies, in our relationships. But meaningfulness, discovery is always on the other side of discomfort. Have you noticed that to be true? Some of the things that you've discovered that bring meaning to your life happen only after you've been uncomfortable with things. And if that is indeed the case, if discomfort is the price of admission for a meaningful life, we've got some work to do, because we are increasingly becoming more and more uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. The first lesson that music has taught me when it relates to dissonance is turn the volume down. If you notice, when I play these notes like this, it's very grating, there's a lot of friction. You have an emotional response to that difference, don't you? You either want it to stop, or you say, no, I like a C, I'm a C person, I'm a B person, I'm gonna say B. This is what most political and opposition contrast relationships and conflicts sound like. But if I turn the volume down, I haven't solved anything yet, but you're having a different experience right now, aren't you? You hear the tension, you can hear they don't quite match. But what if this was the sound of something else entirely, and we didn't have to label it or categorize it or call it what it isn't? Do you hear it? You hear what happens when I turn the volume down? There's possibility. There's still tension. That's tense, but it's beautiful. When we experience opposition, we are being conditioned to yell at it. We are being conditioned to be in a constant state of agitation towards who we perceive to be an enemy that, quite frankly, we never even have to face. We are being conditioned out of our ability to sit with opposition and just ask ourselves, what is this teaching me? What is here? Maybe this is the sound of humanity. Turn the volume down, and maybe we'll reinterpret discomfort as a sign of life, a sign of diversity, and a sign of possibility. Music's taught me another critical lesson. After you turn the volume down, turn it upside down. There's a concept in music and a vehicle and a practice in music called voicing. And in order for me to show you this concept, I'm going to introduce you to two new notes, a D and a C sharp. They have the same relationship with one another that C and B have, where they're a half step away from each other. What you do is something else in music called voicing, where you take notes that exist and you just move them around. What if I put this one over here? And what if I surround them with other notes? So what if I take the D and I turn it upside down and I put it down here? This is what it sounds like. This is jazz, this is R&B. What if now I have these two notes getting along a little bit better? What if I put some context and I get some understanding? How about I put the fifth, the A? Oh, that sounds kind of nice, right? I'll put the third, F sharp. You're having a completely different experience with this now, aren't you? Now I'm going to take this D and I'm going to flip it, turn it upside down and put it down here. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to get Luther Vandross to say, if this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine. I don't know if any of you can relate to having a complicated relationship with your father. I did. You saw the picture of my dad. He was a wonderful man. And like I said, he passed away 3 years ago. But alcohol got him. It just got him young. It got him hard. And when I was 13, he quit drinking. But the residual of his alcoholism continued in his life. And I was a 16-year-old boy in high school, learning to play bass among the new instruments I played. My sister had gone off to college. And my dad was separated from my mom. And so my dad and I had this bachelor pad of awkwardness that we lived in, where we just kind of hovered around one another and couldn't really connect, didn't have things to talk about. He would work late, and sometimes he would get home 8:30, 9 p.m. And he was always writing. He had these yellow pads of paper, and he was writing down lyrics, song ideas, just pieces everywhere around the house. And this one night, he got home late, and he sat down at the piano, and he said, "Let's play." And I'll never forget it, because there were no more pieces of paper on the notebook. All it was that thick, grainy, brown, gray backing, and my dad's thick Polish fingers that shouldn't fit on the piano keyboard. And I'll never forget his all caps writing, "Gentle Rain" is the name of a jazz tune. And underneath that tune, he wrote the chords, the letters of the chords. And I was afraid at first. I said, "Dad, I'm not a jazz bass player. I don't know what to play." He said, "Just play." "But what notes do I play?" "Just play." He said, "Play the root," which just means play the bottom note. And within seconds, we started playing the song, and the differences and the awkwardness just completely disappeared. If we were more playful with one another, I'm trying to gauge this crowd. Is this an Elton John crowd? Is this a Prince crowd? What if I went like this? "I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I love this line. I only want to see you one time laughing." I think that's what it says. Yeah. "I only want to see you laughing in that purple rain." Sing with me. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh my God, oh my God, you know what just happened? Do you have any idea what just happened? Besides the fact that you wanted me to keep playing. All your differences faded in that moment because we were playing. We were playing. In a moment, it didn't matter your political affiliation, your background, your thoughts, your current state of mind. You were playing. We have lost this fact that we're meant to play and be together. And the more opportunities we can play, even with people who oppose us, even if it just means funny repartee in a conversation, seeing the absurdity of it all, the sooner we're going to see we're meant to get through this together, no matter where our backgrounds come from. Play, play, play. To wrap up, I just want to go back to do you remember these notes, our C and our B? They could sound like this, but if we turn the volume down, and if we just turn it upside down, and we start playing, maybe we have some hope to go from discord